Hello students, I would like to welcome you all to my English class today, part of our 10th standard academics. We are learning 7th unit, the nation and diversity. The last class that we have dealt is related to the my childhood. My childhood, we studied such a great legend of our India who served as 11th president of India, right? So none other than APJ Abdul Kalam's My Childhood. We have studied in the last class online. So today we are going to learn the B reading from the same nation and diversity. So what is B reading? We have a poem here. So what is a poem here? A plea for India. A plea for India. What does this sentence or this title of our poem really tells us? What are the possible reflections that might get into our mind when we look at this? A plea for India, like the poet wants to please Indians in such a way that he is expecting something. Okay, so maybe he is recalling the glory of the nation, or maybe he's talking about the pride of the nation. So what he's gonna be learning now, my dear students. So this is part of nation and diversity. A plea for India. Like we Indians are proud. Why we have to be proud? We Indians are proud to be a strong nation. Our roots, we declare, cannot be shaken. Then why these fights which leave us in poor plight, irrespective of our region, forget the caste, which makes us lose our charm. So students, in this first stanza of A Plea for India, our poet is talking that actually we, right from our childhood, right from our birth, we do learn that India is a great nation, isn't it? After all, this is our motherland. So in our motherland, definitely we love our soil, our people, and our nation. That is for sure. And we do say that our nation is a strong country. Isn't it? Is it really a strong nation, students? The poet is marking a question for us. Our roots cannot be shaken. We declare that. Our roots cannot be shaken by anyone. You know what? Many world wars went. Many wars between countries went. But still, Indians, we stood strong, right? We stood strong together, despite different religions, different castes, different languages, different diversities, people from north, south, east, west. We have different sort of cultures, traditions, customs, eating lifestyles, everything. Students, these are all diversities we have. But you know what? Why this poet is saying in the first two lines, we Indians are strong and our roots cannot be shaken. Let us see whether he is questioning us on what he wanted to make sure. So, but right from our childhood, in our schooling, we all have been learning that India, our motherland, we are the strong nation. We love our country, and you know what? Our roots cannot be shaken by anyone. No one can destroy us. The poet says that so. Then, now the question, the third line says that, students, then why these fights which leave us in poor plight, irrespective of our region, forget the caste, which makes us lose our charm. Oh my God, the poet's intention is here different. Actually, he is really pleasing us that we say on our Independence Day, We talk great about our India, our people, the great freedom fighters, and also we speak about what are the great aspects of India. But you know what? Here, this is the talk of our poet. He says, she says that he or she, poet or poetess. The poet or poetess name is not given, but still, students. So he's marking a question. Our poet is marking a question here. If it is real, then why all these kind of different fights are going on? We had a regional fight, right? Even we, Telangana people, we fought against the government to have our own separate Telangana as something. The natural resources were not up to our level of usage. That was the cause. And we fought. This is called a regional fight. If we fight for our regional space, then that is what you know, regional fight. That also we can see in our India in many places, many states have parted and emerged into new states. They wanted to rule their own region. So in order to do so, we ourselves fought. That's what the poet says that. Okay, irrespective of region, irrespective of caste, some places we are not having marked about it, but somewhere in the newspapers we often see like because of this caste discrimination, this was resulted. And you know what? Some nook and corner in our country also, we see the disputes because of this communal tolerances, intolerances, because of social rankings in the society, social inequalities, fight for the regions, fight for their caste, fight for the religions. So why we are doing so? When we all Indians are united, our roots cannot be shaken by anyone. Why we Indians are indulged in unnecessary fights? That's what the question of our poet. That's what he wanted to please us. That's what he wanted to please us. You know what? Now you understood the first stanza. So he is speaking in a satirical manner. We often say that our Indian nation is a strong nation. We often say that we love our country. How much we are responsible for our country. So that is what the question arises from our poet's point of view in the first stanza. He just wanted to make it very clear that we all must not participate or encourage or support such kind of regional disputes, communal disputes, and religion fights. Okay, is it really required? We're all human beings, right? And the blood which flows in each human being is the same, right, my dear students? Right. Let us go for the second stanza now. What he wanted to make a plea for our students. Second stanza. Okay, all right. I'm going to read that. Let's ignore the selfish call of each region. Okay, and listen for once to the call of the nation. Now he says that it's 2 lines. Oh, my dear Indians, my dear people, why we have to fight for the regional disputes? Why? If we wanted to be getting involved in the fight, if we wanted to take a fight, then we will start together, the whole nation, we start as one. We stand as one and we will be ready for a fight with others. But inside our India, in our nation, our own people, please don't do this regional fights or regional like calamities, whatever. So that's what he wanted to say. It is very clear now. Okay, poet, We will do that, and we never wanted to support into such kind of regional disputes further. All right, next, students. Let's ignore the selfish call of yes, I have read that. Why do we spend our time bickering? Why do we spend our time bickering when so many tasks need finishing? Yes, exactly. People of India, like most of the people, sometimes we can see in our own society, in our own town, somewhere or the other place, we see like some people unnecessarily they themselves involve into a controversy. Is it really that important? How many unnecessary things are pending? Just look around. Just look around. Are we getting enough food? Is that real that each and every person whom we see are really happy living in our nation? Before others, first let us question ourselves. Is that really we are happy? And we have no issues and problems in our home? If there are so many unfinished problems which are not yet solved, then why do we wanted to go bickering? Bickering in the sense, argue, fight for unnecessary things which cannot get us a piece of bread. We cannot get piece of bread, my dear students. So is that really required for us to get into or indulge into such kind of fights? You think, as you are all 10 students, 10 standard students, now you are heading into the college life, the very next academic year. You have to grow up with some sort of love for your region, for your motherland, for your family, and you have to become a responsible person in the society. Never waste your time indulging yourself into unnecessary fights. In your family, there is a need for something. At least you have to get your time for your family's welfare. That is really important. So think of that, students. All right. I hope you think. So next, whatever our poet wanted to please, let us see. Don't we have better things to do than indulge in creating problems anew? Wow, what well said, right? Just now I said, we don't have any better things to do, like doing good to some others, doing good to ourselves, doing good to father and mother who gave birth to us, good to your teachers who gives you knowledge and makes you wise. These many good things are there for us to do. Then is that really required to fight with others? Life is so beautiful, students. When you look into the life with a positive mind, you grow positive, you spread positive, and you live in a positive environment. If you bring out some calamity issues or maybe which is not at all really good for our environment, like our other people, that's not at all good. Think before you act. There are so many better things to do than these fightings of these regional fights, caste fights, and also religion fights. These are all really not necessary. Though we are all from different religions, we do all agree. Though we are all from different castes, that's fine. But still, we are all human beings, right? We have our own families, right? So, students, never think of that way. Okay. So, next, is all this violence needed with the people being cheated? Who will return this only son whether she loves her ton? Yes, my dear children. It's true. It's true. Really, our poet is speaking such a marvelous lines here in this poem. he straight away goes to the point. He says that why we have to create new problems? Why we have to create new problems? And also, we were cheated. If we go on some other words, some other person's words, we've been motivated, we have been forced, we have been done some other way, and we were involved in some fight there. Okay. That is for their selfish cause. It's not our. So never, if someone comes there, students, if someone comes to you, they do some unnecessary nonsense talk saying that, you know something, our caste people were harassed there. Our religion people were brutally killed there. Our region is being under sufferings. Now let us go. Let us fight for that. Please don't do that. The people who make us force or involve us into such kind of crimes, it's no good for us, ma. So never encourage or never support into such kind of acts. Being a student, being a citizen of India, at last who will be cheated? We will be cheated. Right? Nothing we can achieve from misery, from fight. So whoever such cruel minds or cruel thought people comes to you and motivates you in a wrong direction, students, never get involved. All right? Very good. So that is what here. And you know what? In that suffering, in that calamity, in that fights, if someone dies, let us say some boy around 20 to 25 age died in that fight between the government and the people, for example, let us say, who will bring back that son to their parents? How much she would have cried, what might have been the dreams she had for him. For 25 years, she nourished, she cared, she provided education, she provided shelter, she provided medicine, she provided everything, a mother, to his son, to her son. That son who is involved in such unnecessary fights, what happened? She lost. Who will bring back her son? Is it possible to bring back a died person? Students, it's no way. So think about that. Violence, with violence, we cannot achieve anything. You know what? Our India, we got our freedom with non-violence by Mahatma Gandhi ji. That was the ultimate weapon he used. So never indulge into such kind of fights. Let's say next. Whom she loves a ton. Whom she loves a ton. Yes, exactly. There is nothing comparable or compared to the mother's love. You all know that, right? That's the ultimate love. So who will bring back her child? That's what the question here. Next, who will bring back his brother whose ashes he is still together. He is still together in the sense, you know, if he was ended, if some boy was ended, and whose ashes were not even got there. Like for example, let us say, students, some bomb attacks, bomb explosions in many of the states, like by the terrorist attack. We all are, most of the families were victims for that. That blast or that explosion. even the body, ash, after we died, when it is burned, even the piece of a body also we didn't find sometimes. There were some certain. For that brother who is about to collect or gather the ashes, who will be answering for that innocent brother? You understand that how terrible it would be, the feeling of not getting even at least a body to collect after the death of his loved one. That to his brother, who will bring back those innocent souls. So, students, these are all quite happened due to some evil act of some cruel minds. So, here in this, our poet recalls the glory of the nation, and he says that we all Indians must have to be united and strong. We ourselves must not fight at any cost for any purpose. That's what the poet is really worrying about. We all must love our country, our people, our nation, students. So let us see. There is no reason, where has all the love gone which resided in the heart of all? There is no reason to be proud and be on high cloud. We have to go a long way. We have to think seriously. Else we end up miserably. Oh yeah, there is a point in a poet's words. There is a point absolutely we think, students. You know what? If these many fights are going within our country, our nation, how can we achieve, how can we tell, how can we feel proud about our nation? India is a strong country, we say always, we love our country, we say. Then why these are all calamities, or these fights, or this unnecessary? Why? We should not say this until we stand together. We resolve our problems and issues, indulging ourselves into dialogue or talk, but not fights. If we don't think about these all seriously, we will end up miserably. Yes, isn't it true? If we don't have the love for our country and our people, then it must be like a serious problem in the future. Exactly, right, students? How can we survive in the future if we go on fighting like this? So let us end up this war. Let us end up this war. We will stay together strong, united. So we have to think. It's a time for us to gather, get together, and be honest without indulging into such kind of fights. That's what here our poet says. Okay. Then let our minds throw out the rot, whatever the cruel intentions that so far we have for other religion, or maybe other caste, or other region, or maybe other local, anything. Please throw that all rot, like that is all nonsense, which will not keeps us happy and leaves us happy. Let leave us happy, right? So, and devote our time to pious thoughts. Let us control the riots which leave us with no choice. So then what we have to do? Like if at all your mind is occupied with some cruel intentions, whatever happened in our life, even some may be responsible for the issues that you had in your life, you make you completely fill your mind with pure thoughts, good thoughts, like doing good, even to your enemy, doing good for everyone who are around us. Make our mind into a positive vibration or positive world. Let it occupy with all the pious and devotional, like, great thoughts, doing good to others. So such kind of like thoughts must be filled with our brain. So that there will not be any space for any other riots or any other rods. Like no fights can be happen in the future. All right, students. Next, which leave us with no choice but to hang our heads in shame and say we have miserably failed. And someday, if we go on acting in this way, like we will end up one day. How we will end up, we will end up with shame. With the shame, our souls will not be happy after doing or involving some unnecessary fight. You understood now, students? So we will feel ultimately like, what we have done for our society, what we have done for our nation, our people. Is that really necessary? One day your soul says that you will be ashamed. So students, you all have to think about this. We have to be always positive and, maintain a very good and friendly relationship with everyone, irrespective of region, irrespective of caste, whether he is rich or whether he is poor or maybe anything, or no more racial discrimination also. We should not involve these all, students. We have the power to win. See, ultimately our poet says that we have the power to win because India is a large nation, right? We have so much, like about 60% of youth are there now today. India is a powerful nation. So students, you are all youth, my 10th standard students, like, so you have to lead a better direction. When you go in a better direction, useful for our country, then obviously our India will win. It has that power. So why not end this din? So why don't we end up this fight and all? Let us unite and fight against those who incite. Now we have to fight, but not against our own people or our own Indians or our own nation. We have to fight against the people who create such kind of problems and issues in our society. We have to fight against that evil-minded people, that cruel-minded people, but not innocents. All right. Let us not be misled. Yes, you all have to be very strong-minded and with a great heart for others, generous heart for others. If someone comes and misleads you with their words, never get misled, my dear students. You all have the responsibility for your society, your family. So first think about your family and your society and our motherland. We will all unite, but when we have to get united, we have to unite for the call of the nation, as one, irrespective of our states or irrespective of anything. Let us not be misled by those who want to see us dead. We are a strong, united nation. All we need is a bit of dedication. Wow, what really he said wonderfully. The last 3 lines are really amazing, students. It is possible for our India to be like, for a glory. It is very possible. We can win that. We can win over all these unnecessary fights. When we need a bit of dedication, we have to think whether we have to involve in such kind of fights or not. Is that caste discrimination fight is really true, or is it for some sort of people who are working for the selfish benefits? Is that regional fight is correct? Is that religion fight is correct? Why? Is that really get food for our family? We all have to think in that way. Students, such a wonderful and great poem. The poet's name is not known, but still he had written a magnificent lines for our 10th standard students. Now he is saying that we are a strong United Nations. There is no doubt in it, because you know that, students, even though these many fights are going on somewhere or nook and corner, but we all Indians still we fight. We stay together irrespective of our religion. We can see every religion in one society here. There are no separate places for separate religions in our India. India is such a great nation. There is no separate place for any other people irrespective of some other things. Students, you understand this? So still India, the poet's intention is only saying that India is a strong nation. We can be more powerful when we are all united. First, we will get unified. We will stand as one, and we can fight against anything that comes to us. We all will gather, but when we will gather as an Indian nation, but not different states. We'll gather as one religion. That religion is India. All right, students. So thank you very much for this wonderful class. And I hope you must have really had a great message from the poet. And if you have some sort of queries and doubts, you can again watch this video on YouTube. Thank you all. Thank you for the wonderful class, students.